Good day, everyone. Welcome to the Raven 250 on this historic day. It is January 6th. And 1 year ago, Mike,
it was the paddock insurrection. They all stormed the paddock for Pete Dorn's historic
his maiden
win.
IndySlotCar win was this date, January 6th, back in 2021. Back here again 1 year later, and we got a heck of a title fight. Dean Strom, Mike Lack, John Wiedemann. It's close.
It is very close, and Pete Dorn is back. I don't think he's won since then, so he's back to avenge his win from a year ago. Tight track, fast track, always a favorite. Talk about scenery. Wait till you see the scenery at this track, folks.
Absolutely.
Picturesque, I should say. And a great race for the Raven 250. 250 laps, and it's a quick event.
Dino Bravo, good evening, Raven 250. And this is Raven Raceway.
Two guys right there. Crikey, one of them's going to get arrested if they ain't careful as part of that. That's Dean Strom. He is really closing the gap now. He's only a 2-point lead, and then he's out of first place in the points. And next to him is his arch rival, dangerous Dan Margetta.
Oh my.
We got Mike Lack and we've got Mike Christoph.
No, that's not Mike Lack. That is the defending champion and the 7-time series champion, Mike Lack.
Oh,
show him some respect. Alongside Mike Lack is
El Matador, Mike Christoph.
Oh, yes. We go back to the third row on the inside.
Let's have Cameron.
Oh, yes. And alongside we are missing, we're missing a front wing on that machine.
It's Brad. He's going to lose a wing once.
We go back in the field.
I believe his name is Brian Miller.
Making his first appearance here in the IndySlotCar League. The fine 7th place qualifying effort. And in fact, he beat the hometown. That's Pete Dorn.
That's right. And that's Pete Dorn, the guy who won last year. It's his track.
Shotgun on the field.
Shotgun on the field, but number one in your hearts, it's Steve Rist.
Steve Rist. This is the Raven 250. That's the grid. Raven Raceway, home of the incident.
It is heat race number 1 of the Raven 250. We are lining up with Dean Strom, your pole sitter. Dan Margetta also qualified on that front row. And then Brad Core making a brave call to race against the 2 fastest cars on the track. That's Strom out front in that red and white car. Then Margetta in the blue and white. Oh, and a pass for the lead with a crash for Strom coming out of the corkscrew. Final minute of this opening heat race. Dan Margetta has opened up almost a 2-lap lead over Dean Strom. Dean hoping to at least score some laps if he's not able to catch back up to Margetta to win this heat race in advance. There is the transfer position available to the driver with the most laps who finishes second on the night in his heat. The Margetta showboat is completely on display as usual, and he takes the heat race win.
All right, heat race number 2 coming up here. We have in the orange and black car, hometown hero Pete Dorn. That's Mike Christoph in the middle in the purple and black car. And then you got Mike Lack, your point leader and defending champion in the Napa car on the outside. Off to the early lead, but Christoph is not letting him get away. Lack and big crash for Lack. You saw it right there, upside down. Huge hit for Mike Lack. That leaves Mike Christoph as your leader early on here in heat race number 2. Lack gonna have to come from behind over here on the back half of the racetrack. We'll see the cars come by. You'll see your leader. There's Mike Christoph. Oh, Christoph in the lead. And he spins, and there comes Lack right behind him. And a lane jump on top of it. They keep on going. Quite the action here in heat race number 2. Christoph with the lead, and again, huge crash here. All kinds of problems back here from Mike Christoph. That might let Mike Lack take command of this race. Pete Dorn's strategy all the way down. This, folks, is WFO. Wide open. Leading this race. Intense. But out front here in heat race number 2. The battle, big crash for Mike Christoph there. Still running into each other, those two, as Pete Dorn continues to lead. That is Mike Lack is closing in on Pete Dorn. Lack is going by in the blue and yellow. Dorn leads up the hill and down to the straightaway, but he gets passed going in the corner. And Mike Lack looks like is your new leader, but Dorn's coming back. He just doesn't have the horsepower on the straightaway. Oh, Dorn over. That will hurt his chances, and Mike Lack moves into the lead of this heat race. Looks like we'll be on his way to a heat race win and the Raven 250 final here tonight. We'll check on the transfer spot. Pete Dorn looks like he will have it. Right there we finish. Lack is the leader. over Pete Dorn. Dorn gave it a run. He may be in the transfer spot.
Third and final heat race ready to roll off. You've got Ev Kamikawa lined up in this one. Steve Rist from your Squirrel Shagged Enterprises. And then a brand new driver getting his first start tonight. That is Brian Miller.
Yeah, that's not John Weidman. It may look like John Weidman from a distance, but no, that's Brian Miller. He's making his debut tonight.
It's been almost a year since we've had a new driver in the series, so good to see Brian getting a start here tonight, driving one of those Angry Squirrel Speed Sport cars.
That's right. He just went off the track a little bit, but he's cut his teeth. He's come up through the road to IndySlotCar series, running all the lower divisions and the IndySlotCar lights and stuff like that. So it's good to see him get a shot at the big time.
Absolutely. The sponsors decided to take a chance on him, moving him up to the top series. Ev Kamikawa out front over Steve Rist right now. Oh, and a crash coming out of the... All right, now they're side by side after a crash. Oh, and they're both piled into each other.
And the rookie goes by.
Back and forth they go. Oh, and Rist has a crash. Miller back out front. Uh-oh, the body came askew on that car. Steve Rist coming out of the final corner, and he finds himself right down there on the floor. His night done. All right, we're catching up with Steve Rist after that ugly crash. Steve, do you know what happened to the number 4 car there?
No, I don't know. Something got on the track, whatever. I don't know. Out of stock, who knows? Can't tell.
The handling was okay with the car?
Other than that, yeah, pretty much.
Wow. Rough night.
Yeah, it's very rough.
Final few seconds here. Ev Kamikawa holding a substantial lead in this third and final heat race with a chance to advance to the final of the Raven 250. Brian Miller definitely showing some good stuff here with his inaugural start. And it looks like he's going to finish up with a 6th place finish on the night. Impressive. All right, it's time for the grid run here at the Raven 250. Let's talk to these finalists. We've got Ev Kamikawa making a final. Congratulations. How about that number 12 car?
Number 12 car, I love Raven. I used to hate it. I've learned to love it over the years. It's a good rhythm track. I love this track. I love this track. We're going to win on this track. I'm going to win on this track. I love this track. Can I say I love this track? I love this track. I love Raven. I love Raven. I love this track.
Okay, that's the mantra for tonight.
I love this track.
He loves this track. So we've heard. Dan Margetta. We've got the Carvana 48 car in the final.
Yeah, it's running good. I got a good shot. We can't. Ev's Ev. He can win on whatever. I think I'll beat him.
I love this track.
I don't love that track. I don't love anything. But Pete Dorn can't win again. We can't have that threat to the democracy of the series that we had last year with that paddock insurrection.
Absolutely not.
No, I mean, that ranks right up there with the incident. That's on that trophy.
Does.
I mean, that's such a tragic event a year ago. And Mike Lack, who wants to see Mike Lack win? You always see Mike Lack win. If Mike Lack wins, you don't turn him in next week. So we can't let him win either. So I might as well just do it.
That's all about the show, plus you need your win this year.
That's right. I got to get one. I get my one win, then I can stop the rest of the year.
Pete Dorn is your hometown hero in the final. Weren't sure after qualifying that this was going to happen.
No, she was down a cylinder, and I got lucky. This is my track. I love my track. It's the only track I really practice on. But, yeah, she's down a cylinder. I'm going to give her everything she's got. She's full trigger. I hung in there. Hopefully you guys will crash a little bit. I'll just hang in there, stay clean, and just hold on. Just hold on.
He's depending on other people's mistakes. Mike Lack, I'm not sure that that's a strategy, but you've got a chance to open up a little bit of a gap on your championship rival, Dean Strom, since he didn't make the final.
Yeah, I need to do that because it's been a good battle. I mean, it could be anybody as championship this year.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have been trading wins. So is it your turn?
I'm hoping so. I don't like Margetta, so I think I'm just going to try and take him out and win the race. Yeah.
All right, we've heard the strategies. Let's see what happens on the track. It is the Raven 250, ready to roll off. Let's watch him come right at you here. Oh, and a slow start for for the hometown guy, Pete Dorn. He says he was down a cylinder, so I guess they must have been that one must have been in the firing position. And we're definitely concerned about speed coming down these straightaways. Yeah, look at Lack just blows right by him in that Napa car. That's Lack over Kamikawa and Margetta. Handling has just been off. Oh, and there was a scary crash coming out of the final corner for Kamikawa there. Winds up on his lid.
That's what I was thinking. Black, you're at 100. Now,
Team CBD looks at their driver's car and they're like, whoa, man, there's a car in our pit stall, man. Like, what are we supposed to do? Pete Dorn angrily waving his fists, and his crew is like, dude, what the heck, man? Oh, my God. It can't be. All right. The car is down and away. Pete Dorn, a 30-second stop. Wow. As all hell broke loose. Well, it didn't really break loose. The car just really didn't get serviced because the Team CBD was too busy munching on the Doritos.
Sampling the sponsor's product, evidently. And at this point, he has just passed Margetta to move onto the podium. Dan Margetta, a spectacular finish, but not the one you were looking for tonight.
No. I was practicing lining Mike Lack up. I was going to take him out over there, and I just practiced too good and got myself. So, I don't know. I wasn't going to beat him because he gets lucky, and, he's got a horseshoe up his you-know-what. So it just happens all the time. That's why he wins all those races. He had to, work for it like the rest of us here. Hey, what? Yeah.
you can say ass on this broadcast.
He's got a horseshoe up his ass.
2 laps to go for Mike Lack. Oh, and a spin in the hairpin. The white flag is out. And there it is, the final lap. Mike Lack takes the win, his 4th of this 21-22 season. We are here in Victory Lane at Raven Raceway, and it is Mike Lack taking the win here. And it looked like that was going to be quite the battle at the beginning of the race, and then not so much later.
No, like I said, I was going to take Margetta out and win the race, and I'm not sure if I took him out, but I'll take credit for it, and I won the race, so that's awesome.
Track owner, Pete Dorn.
Woo. Taking my trophy away from me. Thank you so much. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh, the humanity! My trophy! Break it, glass! Bam! Don't break the trophy again! Oh my God!
He broke the glass. That is fantastic.
Glass broke.
With your foot. Back on his feet again. Much like the trophy itself, which has blood because of a broken bottle, you just injured because of some glass.
I think I need concussion protocol.
We hope we see you at the next race.
I don't know where the next race is.
Somebody get some medical attention for this man.
What the hell just happened?
IndySlotCar Series thanks you for watching the IndySlotCar channel.
Angry Squirrel Speed Sport, the 27 car's in.
He is in. It's an excellent stop by those angry squirrels. They're so angry. They are down and away. 8-second stop.